I'm nervous. I'm nervous about this game.
Okay. I'm pretty sure he made me an overlay to use here, but I don't have it right now, and I'm not going to search for it. So we'll just play the game and have some fun. Nick, don't get mad at me for that. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to spin the wheel. You're playing against yourself now, so this is just
okay. Game. All right.
But I'm going to spin the wheel. It's going to land on a position, and I'm going to do the first position. So this is the game is called Pick Your Poison. So it's going to be an A/B multiple choice question, and you have to pick who you want rest of season out of those two players, based on some stats that I handpicked, of course.
So based on previous performance
to this point in the season.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
All right. We're gonna spin the wheel the first time.
Oh, the running back.
We're starting with running back question 1.
Okay.
Yeah, you get a little clap.
This is great. This is fantastic.
I think that how it works. Yep. So we can remove that instance. And we're going to ask the first running back question here. Okay. So obviously, here we go. You got to pick who you want the rest of the year. Running back A, 459 rushing yards, 160 receiving yards, 4 touchdowns with a 13.7 PPR points per game. Or running back B, 466 points. Or 466 rushing yards, 189 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns, 13.4 fantasy points per game.
Do we have how many receptions a game they get or no?
Nope. I can't give you everything laid out here. So,
right. Well, the obvious answer would be the who scores more points per game, the 13.7. But I like that the other team actually has more. They have more rushing and receiving yards, but the other guy averages more. Give me running back A.
So, you just chose Isiah Pacheco over Bijan Robinson.
Which I might do, honestly.
So, yeah, isn't that wild? See, that's why I play Pick Your Poison. So you just chose Isiah Pacheco based on the performances so far this year over Bijan Robinson.
Does Bijan Robinson get an increase? They all get an increase with Heineke, right? I mean, we talked about this 8 weeks ago, Streetz. Yeah. Everyone on that offense gets a fucking value increase with Heineke, correct?
Yeah. I think so. The Ritter experiment we never wanted to see in the first place. We were like, oh, this is awful. So I bump everybody up. But yeah,
all right. That was great. Let's do it again. All right, that was fun.
Ooh.
Golly, a wide receiver. Let's go.
Okay.
He loves the round of applause.
Here we go with the first wide receiver question here. So I gave you some game breakdowns too.
Okay.
This one, I tried to be fair when I did this because if they played the same amount of games, it doesn't matter. And Bijan and Pacheco have. So wide receiver A has played 8 games, 38 catches, 404 yards, 5 touchdowns, 15.5 fantasy points. Wide receiver B has played 7 games, 47 catches, 539, 3, and 14.9 PPR points per game.
Jeez, fuck. I never thought touchdowns made that big of a difference. So we got 38 receptions, 404 and 5. 47 receptions, 539 and 3. So more receptions, less touchdowns, less.
You're close.
More touchdowns.
You're very close in points per game, though. So that's where the game difference probably makes up for something, and so that's kind of.
So in one game, so wait, 7 games, got 8 more fucking receptions as a wide receiver.
Yeah. So there's a volume. The volume's there for that guy.
I don't know, man. Someone's telling me to take wide receiver A, but I want wide receiver B. I'm going to take wide receiver B, and I don't know why, but I'm leaning towards B.
That's good. But I just wanted to – so you chose probably – well, maybe you did. I don't know. Right now, both of them probably are not anything that we want on this one. But that's how close it's been between Jacoby Myers and Devontae Adams this season.
Ooh, did I take Jacoby?
You took Devontae.
Oh,
but
Jacoby's
it's close.
Been so good. Jacoby's been so good. I'm kind of upset I traded a I got like pick 20 next year for Jacoby. That's fair?
Yeah, I mean he's been very good.
Maybe I could have got more though. I'm saying maybe I could have got more.
How did New England just let him go like for nothing? Let him just
3
leave
for
and then they go to
33. He got 11 mil per year only. What the fuck?
Such
26 years old. Yeah, he's a good ball player. All right,
and that's been close, a lot closer than we think there for them. Okay,
clearly that was a struggle. Wow, it's a fucking dude. If Devontae, first of all, Devontae dropped a touchdown against the Bears. Jimmy missed him. All right, quarterback. We getting hit quarterback either way. So
golf clap. Hell yeah, we get the first quarterback question now. Okay. So here we go. Quarterback A, 67% completion percentage.
irrelevant.
1,935. Well, it shows you if they're good. 1,935 passing yards, 216 rushing yards, 9 touchdowns. Quarterback B, 68%, 2146, 130, or 14. Those are touchdowns, total touchdowns too. And rushing yards obviously are the 216 to 130.
21, 22, 14 to 9. Give me the fucking 14 touchdowns. It's very easy. Give me the touchdowns.
So you just took Sam Howell over Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, that's T-Law sucked this year. So yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
T-Law has been a game manager. That's it. That's what he seems to he rushes. Obviously his rushing's a little higher. But I had saw let me look it up real quick here. I have to it's actually not great. And it's actually something we could talk about real quick because Heath Cummings, if you don't know who that is from CBS, he's a fantasy guy there. But in Trevor Lawrence in 343 more pass attempts, which is if you're doing 40 a game, 30 a game, it's not gonna take too long. So he's gonna join this club in 343 more pass attempts that have at least 1,800 attempts and a touchdown rate of 3.3% or worse. So Trevor Lawrence, the number 1 overall pick, is going to join a list of only 10 people. And the 10 people on that list is Kerry Collins, Jim Harbaugh, Joey Harrington, Cordell Stewart, Tony Banks, Rodney Peete, David Carr, Rick Meyer, Chad Henne, and Daniel Jones.
Bunch of high draft picks who flaked out.
So, yeah, he's been a game manager. But
he hasn't played bad. Like, if you watch the games, he's throwing good balls.
Well, they're taking the short and intermediate everything out there a lot of times. And, it's just not fun. And he's a game manager. But you want more out of the number 1 overall pick than just the game manager. But they're winning.
Is that on him or is that on Doug Peterson? We also talked about my boy, Travis Etienne, number 2.
Lots on him. He's vulturing a lot of touchdowns there. But it's on, I think it's on all of them. I think it's on Trevor, Doug, in the whole scheme and system there. But yeah, so Sam Howell, look at that, joins it again.
Having a good year. I'm 3-0. I'm feeling good right now. I mean, if I was going to trade, I'd trade T-Law. But at this point, we're in week 9.
Yeah.
When do we start looking at the fucking actual numbers?
We are now, and it's time to stop looking at name value.
Correct.
You got to use the name value to make a trade if you have to.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, bro. Yes.
Running back question 2 now. We get.
Okay.
That's a fun one.
All right.
Running back A. So if I didn't give you the games, that means they played the same amount of games. So I don't have to tell you that. 408 rushing yards, 242 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns for 13.9 fantasy points. 384, 133, 6 touchdowns for 12.8.
650 yards to 410 yards.
One's more of a receiving back, you can
3
tell.
Touchdown difference.
The other one's scoring more.
Yeah, but that scoring could change. That scoring could be just volume scoring. The scoring doesn't keep up. I'd rather get the yards. In this case, I'm going to take running back A.
Well, you took the higher drafted player. But this is broken down. This is Josh Jacobs is player A.
Oh, I don't like him. No, give me
that's what I'm going to say. So you were like, but the touchdowns can change, but they might not with him. And player B is Bijan Robinson.
Oh, wait, but he's kind of fallen off the last couple of weeks now.
A little bit. I mean, he's looks pretty good. The volume has gone down, but he's still efficiency. He still looks pretty good on that.
He's throwing the ball more.
Yeah. but he's still. It's just
I
crazy.
I don't hate this Josh Jacobs over Bijan Robinson at all.
No,
at first I did, but I do. He's gonna get the touchdowns though, and Josh Jacobs doesn't. That 242, that confuses me.
I know because
he doesn't.
Well, they've been behind. He's killing it right now at the end of the game.
That's something that's not going to sustain. I said
No.
the touchdowns aren't going to sustain, where in fact
they
the
might not.
receiving yards aren't going to. Man,
so
toughie. I like this. This is a goodie.
And you drafted one way higher than the other one you got for free at the end of it, like in round 9. So it's like
8 round difference. He was a 9th round pick. Yep, 10th round pick. Mm-hmm.
Fun. I'll get the last.
I wish that you didn't know because you could have guessed one yourself.
I know, but I had to make the game. Quarterback question 2.
Let's go.
This one's a fun one.
They've all been fun.
This
71% passing.
71% completion percentage, 1,600 yards, 104 rushing yards, 11 touchdowns. It's a 64.2%, which is still not horrible, like awful, but good. 1,600 yards, 118 rushing yards, and 11 touchdowns. I didn't give you points per game because they're.
Dude, no, I'm not taking Brock Purdy. Fuck off. So I'm just going to take player B because I'm not taking Brock Purdy.
Okay. Well, look at that. Brock Purdy's not part of this, so you didn't have to.
Oh, no. Well, let me reevaluate that.
So you just took.
No.
You just took Baker Mayfield over Dak Prescott.
Oh, no. Dak is thrown for a 70% clip?
Yeah. He's thrown for 71% clip. But the thing is, he's had his big games, and then it's hit or miss with him.
So I would have taken player A all day if I thought it was anybody other than Brock. But
yeah,
I was just not going to support Brock.
No, but I think this is more testament to Baker being a decent QB2 so far this season for everybody than it is on Dak, hating on Dak. I think Dak's more of a game manager too. At least he started that way, but I think Baker's been a way better QB2.
Baker's QB14 right now?
Yeah. So he's there. He's been playing pretty well. It's a lot closer than people think. If you brought the two names up and put them side by side, you're going to go, I'm taking Dak all day.
Easily. He's throwing to CeeDee Lamb. He's got Pollard. Yeah. Right.
Oh, I forgot to take it's all right. Hold on. Hopefully we don't get quarterback here, and then I'll.
Running back.
Running back 2 question. Well, I did both running backs, right?
Yeah, so we don't need one more wide receiver.
Oh, yeah. I don't even need to spin.
All right, just do the wide receiver then, yeah.
All right, cool.
Fucking Brock Purdy. I was going to take Dak too, damn it. I was flawless until then.
All right. So, player A is averaging 67 yards per game.
Averaging.
2 touchdowns on the season, 13.2 fantasy points. Player B is averaging 59 yards per game, so almost 60 yards per game. He has 2 touchdowns and 12.9 fantasy points per game. I did this because one player has missed a game, or 2 games. So that I'll give you the hint there, obviously. So I'm doing their per game averages.
Player A has missed 2 games already, which means that they're still getting 67 yards per game. They got the higher percentage. They have the same touchdowns. He's missed 2 games. Yeah, give me player A all day. I feel like it's going to be like a Devonta Smith, T. Higgins sort of a thing, though.
Yep. So, well, no, you're close. It was close to that. But 13.2 to 12.9 it's almost tied what they're doing per game on a per game basis to this point. But that's DK Metcalf is who you chose at player A. So you chose the right one.
Oh, God.
But I know we talked about him a lot. But Josh Downs is player B. And Josh Downs is almost scoring as many points per game as DK Metcalf is right now.
Very good.
And it's not a victory lap that we're trying to take here. I'll get a setback up here real quick.
Very good.
Yeah. So Josh Downs has been a monster out there since Gardner Minshew has taken over. But
gotcha.
There we go. See? So, I'm on myself now.
Boy.
That's him.
Oh, boy. Hitting buttons I am.
But, yeah, so Josh Downs, it's not a victory lap. I don't like slam dunking on this, but it's just the fear that we had with DK Metcalf coming into the season. It's been the overall volume. I know that the red zone targets are there, and a lot of people bring that up. Like, well, how many it's going to happen, right? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Well, he saw the red zone targets last year and it didn't happen. Maybe it's more Geno Smith turning into a pumpkin and regressing than it is DK Metcalf. Now you have the added volume of JSN out there, so all three of them are just...
Tyler Lockett is still doing Tyler Lockett things. Don't forget it.
So it's been rough. We told you not to draft DK Metcalf as the 14th wide receiver off the board coming into this. And
DND for me.
And Josh Downs is now basically putting up the same amount of points per game as him. As funny as that kind of sounds.
And that's why, what did we say earlier? Go and trade your name players right now if they're not producing name player numbers. If your name players aren't producing name player numbers, go and trade them.
Yep.
It's that simple.
Or
people will trade for your names.
Don't get me wrong. If you can go get DK as a wide receiver 3 for your team, by all means, go do it for sure. But if you're counting on him to be... If he's your wide receiver 1, and that's who you're counting on him to be your wide, no, you should probably go do what he just said. Go do the name value thing and definitely go move on from him. But yeah, see, it's when you take the names off the players, it always changes everything. We're so attached to the name than we are, and I get it. The back of the baseball card thing where, well, he's going to get his numbers by the end of the year, but like, not always. And there's other guys that might be having